malungil tutasadoy gamal masaw la kaw mar stuffer kaw akidire kan mal masu imbreng asule la pala wave 89.9 let yaki dem la oba ay servelara bekkel sil sa tial press conference ra leadership git baka sabe edal gora kaw tingen masengarang aringi mang waigel lo sadoy impekal Friday 8 to 9 aigel gimosa aigel mralul Udesuall togor belaw mang el altutaw yang maral ngaringar terul to kubet sul gukokya karkider el altutaw etirgama meloko to Amerikeel ending sabekal gukmoliyuid el sung mangaringa karmi ungarang malsab iulo teng Walmera station mang adital malgoraklol news diswakal subdit rokui ar other bela sel ngara front page lo ase president rigid el gora ngia gukway al paparigid ungra rigid mal maloreng el wasel mre del morngia gora sense of normalcy mre del mongi la rogul toy megid el ngara al sela blu guk al simra belwat pol sebe del mut el moraikal klangar rigid el mla gora motal gibel tamal le meu tertiale coronavirus mendi seyid emrong guk mate al introducer tirgal togubetsel okyagargit. So good morning. Every Friday we kind of discuss what are crucial events and crucial news in Palau. And we are very honored to have you both as our guests this morning.
Thank you very much.
Many Palauans are unaware of how the private sector is affected, how small business owners and their staff are affected, especially with the coronavirus pandemic, not only in Palau but around the world. So I will let you really introduce yourselves, but I will just briefly say in Palawan, ang kang tiral tokubet sel okyakargita Stefano, Mangkal malungir retil piil Eleonora, alas na mertira Tansella. Beautiful Italian names, Stefano and Eleonora Tansella. Etirga nga owners sele La Amerena Gelato that everyone loves. And so I'll give the floor to them and they can again kind of give us a little bit of their background and why they love Palau and how their business is going at this point with what's going on.
So now are more than 3 years that we are in Palau, and on September of this year, Amerena will have his third birthday, and so we are, after 3 years, very, very happy to consider ourselves part of the community. And so, like we have always done in all this period, we would like to continue to offer our service and our contribute and our quality to the community, and to go with the community over this really, really strange and bad and unusual period. We discovered Palau many years ago in a casual situation, and we decided to come here in 2016 for a brief vacation. We love it, and we say, why not? And so in 1 year we organize everything, and we come here in 2017 to open the business. And the business is for us one sort of way, possibility, excuse to stay here, because it offers us the possibility to change completely every part of our world and our life. So a totally new restart and new second way of life. Sometimes in life it's good to change.
Yes.
It's good to make some experimental. So that was
we thank you for choosing Palau for that change.
Thank you.
So which part of Italy do you come from, for those Palauans who have not met you before?
Okay, from the north of Italy, in the region of from Veneto and Lombardy, so the core of actual coronavirus. And and so we come exactly from the red area that start in Italy to have the first bad expertise with the coronavirus. And it's in the north of Italy. It is considered the productive part of the country, and a place very rich of beautiful things, beautiful food and wine.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe that. I've been to Italy many times, and we hope that your family there is okay. It's a blessing that you're here. We're COVID-free still, so that's a blessing that you're here.
They are okay. Actually, our country is in a really bad position, but was also the first that in Europe made a lot of intense and free testing. That's why the number were from the beginning quite high. Now it seems that they already reached the peak. The numbers are of the increasing is lowering every day, and it seems that they have made some important research for the way to cure the vaccine or way to cure the virus. So this bad pole position in receiving the virus in Europe gave also the opportunity to be the first to develop something. So we really hope that as soon as possible something very good to cure and to prevent in the future the virus will be developed. So
yes, we all hope for the same. And so you've been in Palau for almost 3 years. In September it'll be the 3rd year anniversary. Could you tell me a little bit of your first experience when you were starting your business, when you first came to start the business in Palau?
The sensation that we were absolutely welcome from the beginning. We had no particular problem to open the business, and so I have to thank the office of the government, the Koro State, because I think that they really did nothing to put some difficult to us, and we tried to present something especially connecting with food of the highest standard, high quality. So probably this contributed to the good proceeding of opening the business. We start in September 2017, and it was from the beginning a big success. So
everyone loves gelato, of course, and from my family's experience, it's been like you can tell it's homemade. It's real, genuine homemade. So are those your recipes, Eleonora? Your secret recipes?
My secret recipe, yes. They are really secret, and I have to use fresh ingredients, and I have to know exactly what I use. So I have to have a big culture about food, and I have to know my ingredients. So why I put these ingredients in what percentage I have to use that. I have to organize the recipe before, and then I have to mix my ingredients, put in my special machine, and ta-ta, my gelato is ready.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes. Our co-host and main host is here, so let's have him join us. Ngirto tayo Ngirmang. Multakal medyo energit halak po para king legal document ye. Hindi ka met exchange. Oo, ako ta. Oo. Makatangal-tangat lang lamay ganungi ko dilo traffic and di mararnya mal ata ka traffic mo mal dirir terdi mosquito me. Ngirmang, I don't know if you've met them in person.
Yes.
Our special guests today is Stefano and Eleonora Tansella.
I'm a regular customer too.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so the only news we shared was kind of on the front page with the president's looking forward to bring a sense of normalcy to Palau as this virus pandemic they're starting to test. And so we continue to pray that everyone's negative. Yes, and so I've been sort of asking them questions about how did they feel when they first came to Palau. In September, it'll be their 3rd year anniversary of La Amerena. And for those Palauans who do not know, and even those outside of Palau, it is the best gelato outside of Italy, and I can attest to that. My whole family's addicted to gelato from La Amerena.
You know, Irene, I've talked to some local businessmen. They have sleepless nights because their business are really bad. And I wonder if they can share what they're going through this time with the effect of this coronavirus, so people will understand how these small businesses are doing.
Very good question.
So, in Palau, actually, there are some business that works more with locals, some that works more with visitors, and some that works with both. Okay, we usually are business that work with both, and that was one of the reasons why. If you go, for example, to other country, our kind of product is more expensive because it's total artisan, it's expensive to produce and so on. But we decided to find a good mediation with the possibility of the high-end visitor and the locals because we want to stay here and share with the community. Okay. But from the start of this bad question, the virus, and especially when they start to lock some flight until we are almost in a complete virtual lockdown because we have any contribute for external. We have not to think that anything change for business that, for example, they work almost only for locals because also locals in this moment are in big difficulty because we are absolutely all connected. And sometimes this I think that is not well understood because Palau is a nation that made great effort to shift to a touristic world, and so they visitors are the gasoline for the nation, and not only for who works especially with the visitor, but also for the local itself. Also, if someone thinks to don't be in any way connected with the touristic visitor, okay? Because from the ongoing of the small and medium business, it is a whole connection with the tax, with the revenues, with the budget of the nation, the service that the nation can give, and so also who is, for example, in a government office. Okay, that is totally disconnected, is connected with that kind of work because that depends also all the flow, the budget, the economy, and so it is a real situation where every one of us in Palau, okay, is really on the same boat. But it's a very strange and unusual situation because there's not only our boat. All the boats in the world in this moment are on the same boat. And this is the first time that one so big crisis is not delegated to one or few specific sector, but it affects all the sector of the economy, the private, the government economy, and will generate a new class of poor. So now we have to face the health emergency. But just after the health emergency, there will be a more long economical and so social emergency. And so I think that probably the lesson that this virus unfortunately will give us, that probably all the society will have to be rethink a little bit, because probably we will have to have global decisions, global way, because all this delay in the different states, we are something connected with limit standard borders and so on. Every state is going to protect himself, and this is correct. But probably in the future, you can have a more quick answer if there are some global decision that can respond very quick in all the world. Because I think that this virus has been the demonstration that actually we are all connected. There is one important scientist, Italian scientist, that now is chief of one research center in the USA, that she was the one that was at the head of the team of the SARS. And she declared in these days that the big difference between this and SARS, because SARS has a mortality more high than virus, is the speed. And SARS moved on boat, moved on train, but this is a virus that is spread by plane. And so it is more quick, and so the response has to be more quick and well organized. And we see the damage of this.
Yes.
So, but in terms of your business operation, what the impact on the customers, percentage-wise?
Okay.
If you have 100 people before, now how many?
Okay. From when there has been the complete virtual lockdown, so we have no any flight from that moment. I can say you that we are working at a 10% respect before. So in this day we lost the 90%. For us in this moment it would be more convenient, I can assure you, to close. Would be less expensive, because many people don't consider when you keep open one business, independent if you have many or few customers, there are some fixed expenses, very high, especially in Palau, that you have to. So sometimes it is almost more convenient in this situation to close, but we are family, we have a few local employee.
Yes.
How many employees you have local?
We have 3 local employees, 2 part-time and 1 full-time. And
Do you have to cut their time?
we cut not their time, all our time. So we reduce some business hour during the hours less intense, to guarantee them the job.
And did you say you lost 10%
No, we
business or 90%?
90.
Yeah,
in this
so they're
moment,
operating
yes.
at only 10%.
Yes, in this
Yeah.
moment, yes. We decide to reduce the business hour to keep their job and to guarantee the service to the community.
Yeah.
Because I think that in this moment also there are bad times. We have not to be too depressed. We are very lucky because we are in a COVID zero and free nation, and so one moment or one smile a day we deserve. So okay, it's important.
So I think as you know, your country is like an example in Europe. Is the worst hit country.
Absolutely,
so
yes.
I guess you probably have relatives or friends or people you know who were affected in Italy. You know, so this is serious stuff. Like in terms of Italy, it's
We have
how much like the damage all around, like
the damage
business.
in terms of affected. Actually, if I'm not wrong, we are around the 190,000 affected, and we have almost 19,000 deaths. So
that's
quite severe. So
That's
it's
more than the people of Palau.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Living in
In,
Palau.
Mr. Stefano, we have a
caller?
viewer who want to ask a question with you regarding what would you want the government to do to protect and assist your business at this time?
Very good question.
Okay, what I want. Now, of course, what I saw was to consider the actual emergency. So, how to manage in this period, and that's it's right. I read everywhere talking about budget funds, help. Okay. So, would be important in this moment that the government could help to preserve all the local workforce, because if we lose in this moment workforce, will be harder in the future to recover. And I think that probably some, I don't want to say many, but some of, for example, the foreign workers that had to leave the country would be not so easy to come back.
Yes.
And so this means a lack and a waste of expertise, because the who that work here from almost a long time knows well Palau, knows well many things that some business will have to restart from the beginning, and this will be not good.
Stefano,
So,
there's a proposal from the national government. They offer loans to small businesses.
At what interest rate?
They didn't mention the interest, but they can forgive 50% of the loan after 6 months if the business meet certain criteria. Would you like to get that loan if it will be made available for all small businesses?
So, I don't like loans because you have to give the money back. Okay.
As a European.
And so, okay, if you can avoid, it's better to avoid, because okay, but it's interesting, and you have no choice when you need. And so, if you want to continue with the business and you plan that the situation will improve, and you need to remain open, you have to do, okay? And so it has to be as best condition as possible, okay? Or when maybe you don't need to survive, but you need to make some improvement. And we are in a very particular situation, because if we can guarantee, and so I suggest to the government to don't relax in this moment, okay, that Palau will be a virus-free nation, this will be very, very interesting to attract the famous high-end visitor. Because every time you have one economical crisis, usually the rich and the crisis in a richest position is the mid-range that goes down. And so probably considering that Palau cannot host hundreds of thousands of visitors per day, will be a very interesting market for us. But we have to prepare for that kind of market. And so we have to prepare in terms of services, of quality of infrastructure, because the high-end visitors are not a public that is having fun just to spend money. No, spend a lot of money, he will receive a lot of quality. And so what I ask to the government is to help business and people to survive in this moment, but at the same time to see in perspective, to prepare for that moment. Because I have to remember that for a touristic point of view, we had the problem also before the virus.
Yes.
There was
not high end.
I cannot consider the last month, what was February or March, that was 35 plus. It's a month. We came from more than 2 years of drop. So 1 month could be very interesting, because maybe there was some promotion, there was some perfect storm, but you have to see the trend. And so we have to, I think that this is a very good moment, a very good opportunity to think in perspective and use this bad moment that there is no one, to think how to develop and not transform but evolve to be ready to host that kind of visitor.
Yes.
Because I think that it is a trend that we have not to lose, and you have never many trains every day.
What do you think of that thing, Ngirmang? a high-end tourist, Sadoy, they want to see a quality paradise. Where the dogs are not, everywhere getting hit by the car, and people paint their buildings and improve their small businesses.
And you're not scared to walk on the street.
You're not scared to walk on the streets. So thank you for that comment. I have a question for Eleonora. I understand some of your secret recipes now include local products.
Yes.
Taro, papaya. So I wonder if you have, difficulty with suppliers now, farmers, or how do you acquire your local products?
Okay, we have some Palawans. They bring us the local products, and we check the quality of the products, and we buy from them. And of course, now we sell less gelato than before, and so I cannot buy local food every day, but 1 or 2 times a week, yes. And really love local products. We love the local mangoes, the papaya, all the fruits here. And of course, the taro and the tapioca and the laut was a very great experience for us. Use these ingredients for make something new and something that in the rest of the world they cannot eat,
Yes,
something
there's
special
no
from
tapioca in
here.
Italy.
Yeah, no. And so can be interesting bring out this product and people, they can taste in the rest of the world the Palawan products. We have to think also about it, because there are a lots of local products that they are really interesting and really good. So why not?
Thank you. So like your husband said, it affects everybody, because if they cannot buy from the local farmers are also lose their revenue income, So, any questions?
No, I want to change the topic a little bit. I've been to Italy some years ago, and I kind of read before, and when I went there, I kind of confirmed my belief that Italians are supposed to be lovers.
Of food?
Yes, I
or
confirm.
people? Or?
Lovers of people. And you see a lot of hugging. You see a lot of hugging and kissing, and even, some places you go, they just kind of bear everything. But is that true? I mean, that Italians are lovers?
So, yes, of course. Okay, and in the way of not Italian, Mediterranean communication, you have a lot of body language. Sometimes there are some Italian parody where people okay, yes, and yes, usually the body language, sometimes also the body contact is quite important, but this has been made a study of also some anthropological research. For example, in the Arabian world, the distance each other is reduced, and so it's a question of long evolution and culture. So yes, usually yes. But at the same time, we can also, with gesture, communicate a long distance. And so
Still.
yeah. Okay.
I guess Palau being a Christian country, Catholic country before, now it's some other religious group have come in. I mean, we Rome, of course, the Pope from Rome, I mean, we revere him.
You mean you're breaking away from the church?
So in terms of like religion, what percentage of the country is Catholic? Since
the percentage, I think that is around 90%.
I see.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
I don't know if they practice well, but officially is that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, Palau, I think, is 80% Catholic.
No, it's down. It's about 50%. He'll say about 50%.
About 50%.
Yeah.
Well, I always say, in the eyes of God, we're all the same. Everyone's the same. So regardless of which religion's name we carry. It's really what is in the heart. And so I'm really happy that they love Palau, because I love Italy. Years ago in Ngirmang, I once jumped off of a mountain in the Dolomites with a paraglider, and I was hanging out for 3 hours and 45 minutes in the air. And then I had to go use so I had my water, so I tried to look for a place to land. You have very good thermals in Italy. And I couldn't find a flat place except for a farm. So I ended up landing in the middle of a farm. And this is rural outside in the mountains of Italy. And the family that ran over to me, this was back in early 90s. Grandma, grandpa, mother, father, children, grandchildren, and they've never seen a brown person before. So, with the social in those days, very Italian. They're touching me, my hair, checking to see if I was real or if I was an alien but landed in the middle of their farm. Yeah, so and
sometimes I have the same sensation. Yeah,
I am sure. Yeah, but the Italian hospitality is very similar to us in Palau. Yeah. They brought a basket of fruits and grappa and everything that's chocolate, and we ended up, I told the group we were with, let's ask them if we can set our tent in their farm. So we ended up putting our tents on the farm and sleeping there, and sort of eating with them, but talking, everybody, there's no common language. They spoke Italian, we spoke English, and some spoke German, and some spoke Austrian or some other dialect of Swiss. So we just, everyone with a hand.
It's the power of the body language.
Body language.
And it was wonderful, a very wonderful experience. So I'm happy that Palau received you as well with hospitality.
Traditionally, Italian family is quite close each other and very hospitable for the foreign. Of course, in our country happened that, for example, now it's something difficult to do that in a big city because times has changed. But if you go around the high concentrated system, you will find the real person probably.
Yeah. That's why we want to keep Palau a little bit just like that. Doesn't change to big city.
And is it true that the Italian government is controlled by the mafia?
Okay. So look at me. Okay. There is more mafia here in Palau. Okay. That's what. Okay. Where do we have? Okay. No, because of course. Yes, there is, and we know from the beginning because mafia was born in Italy.
It was Sicily, right?
Yes, and this, I think that the image of Italian mafia is quite different from our concept because usually, for example, American people had the experience of the movie Mafia and very violent. And so yes, gangster and so on. So Mafia is quite different. Mafia is more thin. And at the end, what is the interference between something private with the institution. And so I think that I can have many examples everywhere of this.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I think in Palau we also have our little, silent understanding where we don't want to be having a dictator or be controlled by an institution.
Okay, well, thank you very much. This really something very different in our show. We usually deal with heavy political subject and news, but this is quite a different scene. So we hope to continue to, stay in Palau. And in terms of future, you expect to stay here for a while?
Oh yes, sure. We absolutely find very well to stay here. And absolutely, in this moment, we are happy for us, our family, our children to stay here. They are happy to stay here, both. So no reason to go anywhere in this moment.
Yeah, okay.
They're also beloved members of the Palau Chamber of Commerce, which is another reason why I invited them is, we have the private sector suffering during
Yes,
this crisis
very
now.
much, yes.
And so hopefully we'll be inviting more small business owners like yourself, so that way we can really see how everyone can discuss and come up with good ideas of how to help one another.
Stefano, the government will be offering some funding assistance to help private sectors keep their employees. So maybe you can look into that in the near future, because right now they're proposing a legislation to make it happen. So
That's
just be
wonderful.
attentive to it, and maybe you can.
We are very happy of that, and we hope that the response will be quite quick, because every day we see more spending difficult by people.
Yes,
And
yes.
we sell something that is not.
Yes.
Yes, we sell something that is not fundamental for life. It's a moment
Yes.
of joy, it's a moment of pleasure. But my sensation is people is starting to have difficult also to buying basic things.
Yes.
And not all have a big family that support them. So I really hope that there will be something to help in the emergency to survive and to restart as well possible. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
both, and have a nice rest of the weekend, and hope we'll see you again here soon.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Manuai se sa doi hale tingaria pepira because aisel ko tibodo top del ko am klol to tel to goin nya dilu para pluat el alsil se e ko mungel wase a Irene aringa skogil merba na Taiwan merba lao
Long Mira Friday? Elang Friday. El Alsil el 17th.
am lekire sel mokte ngi chat chat ter skogil mel tartrigel terul adang artiang tirol shakra da telo role legal test emrgo sul time ngari sme ngara Taiwan matolongas titla te desme matewal escort malungil ungil tletailen mosbe la tigal ada del kukail mei dire ko rangaria mondail kure ku mesra plol mondail wasen ngaram ga tilbil bulu mara mengtekle da dilo sen dia al mut skogi ngari mei la tiagi del skogi mermal tarar adam krel se gida undas gel mo platak wasen tianga ungil to goil tianga memalati kalat ya rada ngarsem la
Referral sa ngarsel la mo gidil
la mo
merme.
giril me gima pluadam al mem te tam las kengertir en der se al metro al mut mos kengertir magumnas ngil toy mang adirek gedo kukna magumnas tegel ada ngara kwam ngara bebira blu las tagos to siga al du uliril me ese el metemora teste se ma grule mem kuk ya rada al mel kuk sme de al du boptik sme e gedo na moria facility sim dom kartir
Hale mogo meu. Di one piu ai gadam no other rogui. Nge imora piu ai na madra blula. Dirga gatal tobdra blula. Mangire del mal mo careful endimo imonia imol other smear COVID-19 tel blu. Magara leche ya sumang monia other smear ngerbet. Sabiul tonga tingi ablura ngerongel mai galau mendiagar adal masois berngi.
di
Tatokora dio mesra sinariol. Malu bablur babel daben sebe de leklir ablur oreur mar adal ngartel delbo.
el al sil sengaria facility ko na moria basol sibira adal mo ndi akla ka ro stia more tatat abai ngaga bai ngelege ma adat ngarbela al bolse tialmat ndi ungil ngara egida amlam katmok mo mutmok rasmer kiti amlar mul akna michael skengra or test elme emna gut mkle basol ad mo simri agumna se mongot aselbor adat ngakabay su mari adat smell ngara ikrel bela mal ungli mai ka ako sembay di ungila bay le mei
nga ko kuntaseng
ngartia ke kisal ndi kasbega kida ada di Muhammad egidi tel di kay makmat
Ja, moldang sitirga gidem lang oi titiritirgel adal me. This not going to be the last.
why
Le
say
tangani arterul adal smer el momral ngar sitskoki.
Bang malung ila.
Bolong ila mo tiang api ginang tadir go le.
Hindi tiyan to karada.
Ulak malkol wase. Ta kunda so segi era se toga mondar adol wase. Ngramang kung tim tang mas asko girel. Maka ole kunda so ngoda sel skogira sia balul tara adart mataim el turisten lei. Ese guk turist ni tiatiga adat. Sila nga trablo, imlamot temil may, manggiril may.
Nga kau daswag ang Ngirmang wase, tiyal to ko ratakta at akalungil. Le at sel ko kalsan mal di matakta. Ang mamrurigid mo takal sab edal ko marar tirkal at atal dulil til mo o mga taklid. Mga kaumarar sa kureng sa press conference, sa kamiul wase, Sir Aldo Dr. Robert, wase, ta tester maral, tester tirgal maral may. Ako maral wase tamruraw rerir. Ako radi kuk malwara at belal wase bombs double di matakta etyal takta rulia immune system mo ituut
Kale drung single goler el salmorae. Malungil tuta goler ngaraer.
Malungil tuta sadoy. Ako ore setyale etoras ko gilmei. Nga kesado ya ngaria ngalgel ngaram rigel ngara a Colorado ya tuta aktigri reng serata aderbelaul ta ruba lo aisna lo se obgul ndia gul goran klelleng ndia ngare lo aisa obgul ngara Colorado am los mere eli ra ngara evid klogor eli el dimna hospital lo mring la lo telile Tidira aldur tilo asing ngilu tel virus yang alge ngara dember madira alge ngara ataiwa ngara school tegida agida del guk ado du uringin malbodo barat goil niya sabed lo tugur ngaga swak tigel alge galmei endi diregel tel sel momesara aigel bulu akwam Matidimiral mosme tiga loror hospital. Ma ayah siabal matangarian mosme loror hospital. Mendi kasingila adol bodo bato ko Ngirmang wasi. Tiang ada kalsel motakau ra Amerigel masiabal. Ma ablura Itali ngila Itali di mastil ang mas Spain. Ay kan pal matoko del maklol blulu ngila a technology ngi matokora health ngi edige lo tugur nga mal di wase membo ngim ol medem eda ngi selu wase memda talgibel miskira te al lo tigel telal nga Taiwan matelal nga rakwam abay sebe edel lo sikrolel ol nga seortis matanga sel molmol sel bal mariadaes el maasal sebe edel wase ngariya rul tel bayru tel vaccine ngi Lenga kada kumara lo setial tretele la ukurur tiang malungil blad kat makli. Indi kada material mo malbod batakoy. Nga umara lo setia diga bol sebe lo tugur. Di segira di sokal duli lengu atida obom mrula do sual adra lo setia sebel. Di sokal lugu ko atil do sokal gire segide. Nga kalom kodong asanti asanuma. Msula.
Hindi na kalmaral tokoy ang malakoy.
Hindi ang kakrosa. Ikaling, akong daswe, tiyang sukum mga ringi, ikadamatik ringi, engidal, kalkmok lo, mga ringi, ngulmo osmri. Mal sukum mga ringi, tikal may, ikuk tikal, ling mring la sukum tengah Taiwan ang ngara test, itikal batik ringi, imetiyang ay mura test, ang ladi, tikal diak batik ringi. Ang ladiak. Dia aigel lo hacen teskengra ade mergoe aurible masen dia ka aurible mo ke sarwa siapa lagi mangar aigel 1 out of million
Ngirmang wai sen dikit sel de rula la regulation gered lo tirak el moraw la pongala Inya muria confidencia radra blul girela wai kalto wai kalto mangiril sel rula regulation pun 14 days quarantine raat engirel quarantine ngil 14 days dagdo dumla ratestra Taiwan le Dr. Robert Relia mel golkmo ndime le de club sel simira gotulura to release it Segi amlam tamalal ula regulation amlan ya hearing ngi. El masakli se la minister man rolia 14 days el quarantine el seguma totomeli al bulisa ulmo usmeri. Ngari a penalty ngi. Al domar bulisa mangkarai ke.
Onde
ngari adan bilugan ma olgok mo ge ngi plus ali tiral adan mem na muria kan sen tiril girel sel tri dai se release tiral.
Onde sige da ko hindi ko das da sige da ko sumo sige total malendi so giril mo ngara 14 days ako na sige da atleta hindi ka sel losen dia mo nga sa tire nga te mem la stagar sem la mongil ma stagar sa kum dia al sugum tam la test ti se lo set negative mai ka ti tril mem al mel bol similar to ma club se do mes tindi ako mes te al ko olidiu le tira el al sugum dia ka tamagrang ta stagar se sugum mo gol ma club se el tera mo ngarang edade ke tira soril me ba blurir aga oi giril May.
Government trigget ar hospital tirgal referral.
Ya da. Mang ela seguida dia mo waisem diesel waisel mlekotel selomrati gel dart mataimel turistra siabal mlei rauriur al todo announcement seguida amtar seguida quase seguida amtar indico sel bol torado vela ko sendia giril ngari exception mak akmadang omol goringil di kumda sa ko di tegi del case imro ko hotel mulgol wase tigel terulat gemle accident mari se gel angaringin maray mangmala ko sing kung
hindi terul sme hindi ako dek mo temle accident
ngari alam
ngari terul hindi girel mo plakatakla lal dol tirak
dia ko sen dia ko
Makatigan sun nga kakuktit yagi del tokoy ratak timatak lego kumesa news or other Europe ito ase hal nga bulura Europe or warwato iso ase mpere go mukukpol sa eringin pol immune
di ka hali dogen ay ko incidents dado ngay hindi ta announce at mula siya school malamol maldiagal mo mutra wala bang la school year tapto ka lado bela kam lungilaran dir sel to ko mo diaga school din sel iril mala sublir magda avoid the tial rak tamdelo pre emro ya very next day ta announce at mo tangar ni tirgel may el ngarat tayo am tangar ya adal mal bakikle Kutirgal nga tayo ang galil may uriul el bolse tabtigan tin miring el decision al nga niya Minister Robert niya advisor president olbong kita man siya kan mo tinga la dia kay telam
dia sel to la skula adregal mal Udesuall Salvador leng elang girel nga promotion ma graduation elan mel Ongimel buil mang ela seguida kumda sul auldas tramu cancel
plan nga temla nak cancel a promotional ceremony regal 8th grade am lag cancel Miguel sel transition work sabra 8th grade mo freshman am la modia Miguel training el more teachers am lag cancel and dito mo announce ra temela graduation high school mong morngi they will announce it later masisabela school next year mo announcing it ruriul let la soril direk lo mes tel situation
wasang mo ngarang
hindi among ati ay kita direk lungil te al ibay the bora online Raigal betong bol backlog lead belal bol connected el sab edel mora di masubro ya ka online ba adil graduation ma ondi ma meeting ling malmo kata clown expense
ela gele principal STA school samle announcer gayamle gotuk mula se milsaba bilngel royal toda directive ra minister education ko modera school ra STA tadi melmol melongul indit mala online engia tira continuo mesagel family sel daga access to my internet ma computer eol ngesir tira din dirgal encourage tirak mo Ngiriul mo nga computer kami access di walen selba ngila ko ra malgol wa setol ng sirtir o sisil time tak mo engay kita doctor golul me relal guk mlama take a steps mo magaral continue operations sa pig rig el online
ang mal mungileng sa daw in tokora loms toy ibesel to ngil to leng bos ken mi maja de ngabli de dom arakla de ngabli de to sub de ngabli de to meeting ki mara ta se ngamal asarong golek mo dora ang lege ngara Fiji matarang lagi kang ngaram rigel, matarang lagi kang ngaram lima. In sa paam lagi mo mga ito, ngara, o magiging kaso sa ado, ako sa, tiyato ko last week, nakatil ka katal, o, ang titulos pa ay kam, ako ang malako sa ati, amaralungil to ko, can you imagine, at yung arti am lakas spend at medal, for example, kilo tiyal sure, gilok ti akti ngara mesang bang rabli ko mesang iwal betel madalam ko gara wul alut mga dadu ur kemil wat ya
man saben man nexen durulil wai sema
mela ko
ka ramal gyo kan
ay kadalay dire kalungil tlangal tangat yal nado maral gire dun mo partra global village
si ngire la belau Cable Corporation and Mosquito Clol Bandwidth. Le problem aslo internet.
Tako bet sel 11 toril mo to ekadamral krasolo maring lo business.
Maring la. Oy mang kadamla mo oy gam. Oy le lan sebe messenger anding kurang ani sel delay kelal seconds or less anding. Maring la adum direct mo problem ra ngal la liri la sumo. Hindi ngungil ka try ngim sebela
gomdang li atay me Salvador kala dia usik gomdang li ngal masanga kara ka tongol geng Ameri toram lo hotel masa bela mumdu lo computer o siya po ligang tiar adas tigal
ma le historian seblo masubel la computer
bral waisi giredel esul dasum la medu brablul ade giredel
ngul welcome ringi accept
especially el temel tegidel serma ang budong mo
kaya PNCC namo di pero wirgaul online mabang ka PPUC ma alut kadimran mo rasto ang Sweden and Switzerland kadi mo maklokle memorial itamla tu tia accounter ka Michael lugong dalgirin malar kaya ka marail dia mo la makyase
o dia masa sinaway siya nang rasina lo sige igas taon di maral malaklok klem lo angin mo malto maral
kadam sa tay kay kita online ko akora lot ki hindi ko nilo sa kung bukla mesa amoy way kali kara Bill Gates akora mal ngani yakukpok matakter ngi sa loru ringile igel vaccine alom am taswa set mamrun mo wayal sab elrita DNA rat sel mo vaccine mangtirang wa record rati in air ka sel po molak proclaim rasto ang rata me gati connector kul information
ka kaya gidela lorur nga South Korea
talgibel ko ang doctors
selom tura South Korea screener kal gira ko nobra tele coronavirus selom ger de agoter screener tunga temperature ka sel second screening oborngi itong history raya ma original gara past 14 days rangil director blabom se rangi selder the screening itong absung muskaul ra cellphone ka men sabemel sabrin madang lagak mo kirel ker Michael Basil obo
sige da ko doctor ngi ra privacy
emergong ng direct lol tagel hotspot ngari ya se ngira al sela Korea all tagel la el kirem lol tirak mun digal tamorastwan daga mo shopping agel essentials digal kirem lo tirar ngal ke marad mai ge gidi aku plalte mangani mani teringertir selager da ade etomom dinge aku amre la sel suguma ada mosmer emongil ingirel 7 days etira urili singi sebla bola ka symptoms singi etira urgidil 7 days ngul notapati pumla modia malu ben 72 hours el dia gaigel gora mal symptoms singi sebedo pumla mongel diungil news ra kwam 135 amla mosmer 86 amla recover
praise God
44 ang isolation na rela yes of this morning
nga kaulak madakter sayang ngirmang kora tokora vaccine nga ka umaral wasi hotel masisi el garula ngitil rakta igel ngara diosaw la maskitel loya kakal ma talomela igel tola na malgal el fresh el raw food ma exercise ay kaya mal kumara maral ma ay kaya gidel waya ang arm asang ramo nga kurang sa press conference ng eling man neungil go story president ra tadil maas ay kelo el grutar aterbela ang ramong egal vaccine sa lebol dul waset mamala di energy da krama madak telak nga ngukti kal swata banking information ergid mga rati polo tinger bekla atal ngara sistem ra government ngara
irengir bang Kita ko talagi leng kal minister ahel da dim lemre da lo tau tala al merkit e o sikrole leng monia testing maropi ngari ang lge kal ngratera ngaudio leng ragel essential service ra Phoenix e morgo ya imora adl lul bangel customer tit am lo COVID-19 last week e nya de al sebel mora test leng dia symptoms in namo 5 days makmurgi ra susuk me mergom resign. E punde ang kalbo sanga ka gerel maknam sa toktang nga menggerel nga niya babiel to bedon mora. Toktang rim sebel ngul mora testing. E nya to da gomesera sia newsram regela CDC. Tamla isir order tirgel nga essential service tirgel merula ka tirgel nga food production tirgel nga gagida service giril de hindi mo require akong balil mala temperature tira wera bollo but na start ko ra prepare la food supply
why say
silo mesera agel palesira CDC na start girel like
ya seguide agundas Salvador el kada mengelo se olvidar el albangala kagros uldas ma to el mollal المول جيريلا قط مكلل تيجيد السير من أعمال جيريل مريض لو رأي كيل طب de سلفادور مسيل كوك موضوع دور تير مالو غارا وا بريس كونفرنس من تيجال متكلل بلا دي ديال دول نيت تيل بس
يا بريس كونفرنس اوبن المورا روغل ادرا ميديا مكو
ديالين سائلا غارني سيل غارني بيتيشن لا المتمكن ادرا بلول مو موضوع المرا متكلل بلا لا سيل سلونيت بس ممكن تموكلاي قال لقى مال سيمبل امريكان ملا قلت مقلا كل ديل ريل قلت مقلا امريكان تيجي ولا ساسي لو مريكيد ما بلورا هوري بينغ ما ما تقول بلو هذا المرء دي كده وبتيم لا مغرا ادل بويل اللي قال مقت مقلا لما يجي البيل نعمل كلار الى الويك الى الساندي ما يقصب لو ري de Salvador como tengo asista a olvidar ulam tengo selbo morre ratoi el kungol mo rider selo el bil lengede club sea los pe imol bil pasa imol play
lengele kan jaga rulsa ola ba rider ay game sure game sure la
ding sebel
gerem lo la map serat la le ay la mo kulen di dia ka hearing ngi
ndi sebel dia sebel mal lega ermula hearing ngi e mal kwap sraiga sebel ermula hearing ngi e mal ega maklor tu trel toy من داخل إذا بقى excuses لألا سكوم أو مثلا هذا حالة دموس البيل عشان تلتيلو بدر سأنغرو لول لم أبلا سين غرما أو دود مرة مغرا ما أجرا تاكس ما أو نجيلا تنجي مران السكوم كم فالو سينجري باس نجيرا أو أنغذي لول أنغرو لوميول أنغرو لول أنغذي السكوم ده الكاو توب يكوك مرا هاوس متوك مولة تسيتمور إلى السيلز pasang elang weekend ku pasang ira second reading ramande dor reading raga el ngari ka rosi git mutro durukli ko bang sukum mal mre ngirul sunday
se la dita sunday to
o em seguida es el bon mre ka presidente ko ban mo sai e ko ngari ul suela ngodi mai kan ngirul durukli mo emor ko elang ko amre ko mo elang ko mo to da forma ada ko mo apply mo e mo register ko mal de mestel ligar housing تيلار هاوسين أنا كذا هذا ذو السكوم ده عم بتمكر إلى الويك مو next week كذا هذا ذو أونغ ملبوي ما أونغ ملبوي اللي يامس المور السكوم بام أورور
ده لا ده مورن سيجال بريفينغ لغاني رابك كل شيء سنجرمان لا سيل WIOA أم لا ستارت الملا application أدرابلو السوري إن هذه أدلو نسيو تيم رولا application مرغون كتير هذا ذو ريلا لغاني 25 مليون لودو ده ما يجي دي على لاس من لولاب الكلاسيك ده ما المستريرة هذا مرقو كده تأكلوا له غوض المغض ولاب الجوك ريبليني سايجي من داخل بولا غوضو ده
دي again نجري له يقال يكمل مثلا دي كدي مورا housing for example لين كدم لا مسان نgelol malbuir el alsil sabto application el pending kita namsay gal maul me kita ngaikadim la de ngarule del me ngarama del me ma kos ma bestu asi mor dia al rulian la
hal google ko ngaram ko mi logo ra chen min o isen min se meter eli da ko me le delegate is alam la tiang lore daigal lore mutam la gongei
akma denge akmil mo regim ni ada du magim lo auto to se tutama akmal mo upset at kundi akpok tom little ala du le hindi mo go excuse ma kasi hal mo rin ska ko tom sisi la kongres ba belar el alsis ngi ako tom sisi sel boltora udo hindi ko ang sa ngoti attack sa 4% to 2%. For what? Talado bela
karir ng sira session na rally.
Di lang siya session.
Di lura kalik sinik mugid, am suka 50,000. Yang nga expense sa meeting, gira duguk sacrifice sa baby ringil alo yung gimel basin. Ay ngila semen away.
Sama tang kadira kan malungis.
Smart tal. Makmulura kwase ara dim ay del buil. Kami utial maaro 2016 ma adorti ng arabita nga email dartel ada kongres amrigel dartel senator samlar mulak dela elat muro nga wala.
Tira kami kalik kalol ko ning karuba ka kataway sta time maria imara adal comment lo se kom dio meeting mo komong ganggi ko tiarak tal mesoy super ela tira ko meeting.
Tira mandalo meeting. Tira set taiga rogo legal omrele lala ang you have to do research. Ngirem elaga mesang garuba ka gira dan mom dengai pungai gira ngania one full time matun part time manguk ngare rolela ka address ra omon mission ngi diakal blanket maru gumilo hotel diakal sebe emel gukti harara roguil adam roguil moangka lenga adit
Olkeriil cafe
meding la domia auto telecom mil somia
mar ubet ko addressers mar
anga so adal hal de gudeng sa do gulmes sa kongres amrigel sa luru ay ablo sa do mol mutar unemployed mol mutar adal insured mol mut ar adal kongres amrigel spenda 10,000 masada iga etiga ewaldar 3,000,000 lo sa tit egidil di 17,000 be el al si sa da kongres adi osme asim di el sela ay sigan se bil find out information girel belau rogu regel dos pel mrula
Why saying Ngirmang dir adar amrigel tirga kita mo file
1937 nga mo nga unemployment tit kita kol
dir adar amrigel tirga kita at least 17 million amla mo file makuling ito kamer adar bela wasela kadim harap lati mo madita lang alwasa ka abulam top dal maral mo file por say kita sengral office WIOA loral mo mal angklit
me bomol musume okay dia madalwa ise me amano sa algo que de lagra el alsil se etial programa au Udesuall la que Udesuall ma obtol mo ga lendi mo ngilom das ya mos tigra a will mtela to que el tel belwad lil mo will mo amano sa de lagra mer el ang no single a italil ko mo ta Udesuall malungil mo ta
Stefano ma Eleonora
tila lo sola practice
okay
emang happy Friday ako mal Loreng se kom uplo oil mosquito ul swiu kom email ratial station mal ube kom call have a good weekend kada tingarang lungu Ngirmang algira lawngil health Michael Rocul test ati mo negative okay sulang sa toy